SEELAWATHI has grown tea on the banks of the Nilvala River for more than 30 years. Last month's floods covered her plantation in more than 5 meters of mud, sludge and water.
I used to harvest about 400 kilos at a time, earning a good amount. I built a house and educated my children. But with almost no income now, things are very difficult.
The reason? A thick layer of mud covers the tea bushes, and the roots of some are beginning to rot. SEELAWATHI is one of 400,000 farmers on small tea plantations who grow more than 70% of Sri Lanka's tea. A vast majority live in the Galle, Matara and Ratnapura districts, areas that bore the brunt of the disaster triggered by torrential rains. Farmers we spoke to here in Akuressa are struggling to cope. The Sri Lanka Tea Board, which oversees the industry, says almost 300 tons of tea and green leaf were destroyed, while damage to factories is still being assessed. The industry earns $1.3 billion annually. The extent of tea plantations affected may be a small part of the 190,000 hectares under cultivation here in Sri Lanka. But for small farmers, it's a major blow to livelihood. The chairman of the tea board, Rohan Pethiagoda, told Al Jazeera that the cost of the floods need to be measured in humanitarian, not financial terms. He said the losses small farmers suffered in terms of lives, housing and property are substantial. Many are poor and ill-equipped to recover quickly. GUNASOMA WANIGASEKARA, a tea factory owner in the area, says supply of freshly picked tea leaves fell drastically after the floods. Things are improving, but will take time to return to normal.
It is about 5 to 10% drop, and because of that disarray of their lives, so they can't attend into their work in their tea field properly, 100%. They can't give 100% output to their tea land.
Tea market broker YSHAN Fernandez says the floods haven't had a major impact on production and supply, but climate change is another story.
You need to pick up teas today as and when it is available. Peaks and troughs of a price graph, which is bent on supply and demand, is out of the window. Right? So, I mean, those are all related to adverse weather and climate change.
For SEELAWATHI, it's hard work to clean up her plantation, and she hopes the disaster is the last she sees in her lifetime. Minelle Fernandez, Al Jazeera, Akuressa, Southern Sri Lanka.